everybody, welcome. It's Timmy and it's Sunday morning. Oh, actually, I think it's past morning now here. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend and wherever you are safe and warm and all of your loved ones are safe and warm as well. I'm coming to you today from a little different spot. I am actually in my dining room, and this is actually where I hold my Sip and Chalk classes. And it's kind of quiet in the house right now because we're getting a huge ice storm outside. My dear sweet husband is being awesome and is making sure that his mom is all plowed out before this snow gets crusted over with tons of ice. So he is out. So the only one you might hear from today is my little puppy, and hopefully she behaves herself and is quiet. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I am really excited to tell you today that it was just announced on Friday that Chalk Couture is going to be opening up their vaults and providing us with the ability to buy some transfers that have previously gone away. So they have some stock that they are releasing that includes some really fun spring designs, including some things for Easter. I know Easter, my goodness, but it's snowing today, but Easter will be here before you know it. And anyway, so I wanted to give you a little sneak preview of one of the transfers that is coming out tomorrow. And if you are watching me for the first time and haven't seen what Chalk Couture is all about, hopefully I can give you a little sneak peek into how easy it is to create high-end, easy DIY home decor with our products. Oh, there's Zoe there. She's going to say hello for us, I see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Susan Stanky's on with us. So nice to see you, Susan. I am missing you. Susan's been coming to one of my Sip and Chalks now for a few months, and we have been, I don't know, going in different directions the last few since Christmas, so I'm really excited to catch up with her again. So many awesome new products coming out in February, but until then we have some great things still available in stock. So all week you're going to be seeing me posting some great things that you can get right now straight from my catalog, or if you'd like to order directly from me. So before we end today, I will make sure that I put in a link here to, let's see if I can. Oh, I was going to try to see if I could send out a link here to my VIP group, but I'll go ahead and share that a little bit later. I'm doing a little bit of a different setup, so I'm used to having my computer, my iPad, and my phone all operating. So in a different spot, I don't have my computer near me, although I see my laptop over there, but that's right, we won't stop to pay attention to that. So as I said, today we're going to talk using Enjoy the Journey. So let's see if I can rearrange our view here a little, so you can see the project, more of the project and less of me. So I think I've got that going. So Cindy, great to see you. Thanks for waving and watching. Hope you like this project. So this is actually a project that was out last spring, the Enjoy the Journey transfer, and it's a super cute transfer with lots of little pieces. And so you can see it here. And basically it's a bicycle that comes in two pieces, and then it's got some extra flowers to add, and it has the Enjoy the Journey words to go along with it. Now, I'm not sure today if I'm going to use the Enjoy the Journey words, or I'm going to use Life is a Beautiful Ride from our hot air balloon transfer called Life is a Beautiful Ride. They seem to both fit, so I'm not sure. But if you are interested in purchasing this transfer when it becomes available tomorrow morning on my website, chalkcouture.com/Timmy, T-I-M-I, that's how you can get me. Then you want to make sure that you get on quick. We expect these are probably going to sell out pretty fast. They're going live 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, Monday, so Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The other thing I thought might be kind of fun is to use some of these little hearts, maybe instead of the flowers. So I got to think about that. Maybe I can use some of these smaller hearts here and have them come out of the bicycle. I'm not positive. So if you have some thoughts about that, share them with me. I know there's a little bit of a delay between what I say and what I see and what you can hear. So I will pay attention and hopefully try to get your comments and incorporate them into my live today. So like I said, this is an old transfer and I've used it several times. So some of the things that I normally do, like writing on the back of the transfer so I know what side it goes on the backer sheet, and even fuzzing the transfer probably won't be necessary because these have been used a lot. They are pretty fuzzed. You're probably wondering this black sheet is. Early on when I started working with Chalk Couture, and by the way, I am almost ready to celebrate my 1-year anniversary of becoming a designer. I did it on February 1st last year. But it was about this time this weekend, and Susan Stanky, I see you. It was because of you I learned about Chalk Couture. I had gone to visit Susan at a scrapbooking retreat she was on, and my mentor, Susan Tapley, happened to be there, and she shared Chalk Couture with me. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this is fun. It looks so easy, and I'd really like to try this out. When she mentioned that I could become a designer, I told her, no way, I don't have time for that. I have a full-time job, still do today, that I love. But I fell in love quickly with Chalk Couture and ended up becoming a designer and offering classes. I even now manage a team of about 25 designers. So if you're interested in learning more about what it is to be a Chalk Couture designer, let me know. One of the best things about our company is that there are so many different ways that you can run your business. Some people sell the products, some people buy the products at wholesale cost and create items with them. So you can do lots of different things with this business. But if you're curious about what that's all about, just go ahead in the comment section and write biz if you want, and I'll be happy to reach out to you and let you know kind of what it's all about. So I keep repositioning this here because I'm not sure that it's quite centered where I want it. So I think that's pretty good. Now notice, and Cindy, thank you for this tip. It's a good reminder. Sometimes if you're using a transfer for the first time or you haven't used it in a while, you might forget which piece goes down first. And Cindy reminded me that she had seen another designer actually put a little number in the corner. So I have a number 1 for the wheels, and that's first, and then I've got the number 2 in the corner here for the bicycle that goes on top of it. So generally speaking, when you have multiple pieces and they're layered, usually the piece that has more screen showing is the piece that goes on the bottom. So if you're curious or wondering about which one goes where, that should tell you. So I have a few colors out in front of me, and since I was kind of go with the Valentine's theme, I picked my Cherry Blossom, which is a very light pink. It's a beautiful color. Of course, I have my white, and then I have Currant Jam. And I like the Currant Jam because it's kind of just a little bit different and unique from the normal reds or bright pinks that we kind of associate with Valentine's Day. So I thought these would be kind of fun to try out with our bike. Now the spokes and the wheels, I'm not sure what color I want to make them. I think I'm going to go with this light pink, and I'm going to use the Currant Jam for the outside of the bike. Be a little bit untraditional here. Now I've been using these quite a bit in the last couple of days. I'm really addicted to these colors all of a sudden. I guess I'm in the Valentine's way of mind, but also just the thought of spring makes me really happy. So when you first open up your chalk paste container, you just want to give it a good stir. If it's the consistency of yogurt, it's perfect. If it's a little thick, and this is almost like frosting, so I'm going to say it feels a little thick to me, I'm just going to squirt it with a little bit of water. Give that a couple squirts, and all that is water in that little bottle. My friend and fellow designer Paula gave me that cute little tool, and I love using it. It's kind of fun and easy, but a little easier to handle than a big squirt bottle. So there we go. See, it's moving a little bit better now. It's not quite as thick. I could probably even add a little squirt more. Our chalk pastes, if you're the first time watching this, are water soluble, so they go on wet and they dry hard, but they're erasable with water if you decide you want to change out your design. And that's one of the things that really attracted me about Chalk Couture is, one, it was really easy to use, But two, if I wanted to change out my design on my chalkboard surface each season, I could do that simply by just wiping it off with water and redoing it. And that seemed just really economical to me. And it also just seemed, I get kind of bored with the same old, same old. And so I love to be able to change up my decor a bit. So I am just adding the chalk paste on to our screen. So our screen here, they are actually silk screen transfers. They're fabric mesh, really, is what they are. And it's the design area is what we want to cover with our chalk paste. And I'm using a squeegee that we sell. And this is a great little tool to help you spread that chalk paste nice and evenly. And that, I think, did it. And I'm wiping off really almost all the excess because we want to have a nice, clean design left. And look at that. Look at how gorgeous. Fast, fast, and easy. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in a water bath that I have nearby here. And I'm going to let that go ahead and get cleaned off. Now you can clean them off as you're working, which personally I tend to prefer when I'm doing a live like this. Sometimes it's better to keep moving, but I need this little section here to dry a bit. So I figure, you know what, I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing on this side that you can't see, and also offer you a very cute little tip I just got from our designer community. So I have just washed this transfer and I just put it in water and cleaned off the chalk paste, so you see it's all gone. And I'm gonna lay it with the sticky side up on a towel to dry. But if I was really anxious and wanted to reuse this right away, all I need to do is actually just take a paper towel while it's still wet and wipe off the water. And that's it. Now it's actually ready to reuse again, or I can stick it right back on my transfer sheet. So that's how easy and quick it is to clean up transfers. Now, what I didn't mention at the beginning, and for those of you that are new, you might be interested in hearing this, is that our transfers are reusable. So as I mentioned, this was a transfer I got almost a year ago now, and I've used it many times on lots of different surfaces. The surface I'm using today, by the way, is just one that I found in a dollar store area. So you can use our Chalk Couture surface, and we have some beautiful ones. Everything from chalkboards, framed and unframed, to wood surfaces and canvas. You can use them really on any kinds of surface, but today I'm just showing you one that I picked up while I was perusing some of those dollar store areas. So you can go ahead and reuse any surface that you like. This is our current jam. This is going to be the top of our bike. Before I layer on the top of my bike, though, I do want to make sure that this is fully dry. I'm just kind of testing it a little bit with my finger. You can blow dry it, or if you have and I do right over here, let me plug it in a new spot. A little heat tool is what I have over here. It was just plugged in a different area. And you can just use that to give this a quick dry. There we go. Just give it a minute to cool down because that is a pretty hot, this is a heat gun, heat tool. So it is dry, so you can see as I am rubbing it, it's not coming off on my hands. And so that means I am ready to go ahead and put the second part of my bike down. So I'm gonna just move my cloth here over. Now I said this was, we've used this plenty of times, so I didn't really need to fuzz it, but I just am going to be on the safe side here and make sure that I get this lined up where I want it. Now it has been a bit of time since I used this last, so I just want to make sure I'm remembering where it all goes. And just make sure when you put down your transfer that you are making sure that you're adhering it well and there's no bubbles. So I've done that. And then when we put the second layer of paste on over, just be careful about how hard you're pressing, because we want to make sure that we don't pull up or disturb the bottom layer. Now, I think I have a little air bubble there. We'll see what that looks like when it comes out. I usually don't get too hung up about those things, because one of the things that I really like about our products are that we can really be not a perfectionist while we use them. Because you know what, when everything is perfect, it looks like it was manufactured. And I don't want it to look manufactured. Now notice I left the little basket here because I think I'm going to do that in white. So I'm going to grab my white. I'm going to get a little smaller piece, I think, of my squeegee, and I'm going to go ahead and get that covered. I think I picked up a little bit of the and then just slowly, especially when we have a color underneath, lift up that transfer. There we go. Cute. Isn't that cute? So I'm loving this already. Hey Karen, nice to have you here. Thanks for joining again. It's always nice to see your smiling face at my lives. Love it. Hope you're safe and secure at home and all the kids' activities are canceled, so you get to be able to enjoy and spend some family time together. Now, by the way, if you are going ahead and put your transfer into your water bath, another good tip to know is that if you put your transfer into the water bath with the sticky side down of the transfer, then you will be sure to not have it stick to itself, and that's a really good thing. We definitely don't want it sticking to itself because that will ruin your transfer. I'm just going to give this another quick touch up here. Let this current jam just pop. And you can see it's kind of hard to tell the difference really between this cherry blossom and the white on our bike tires. They're pretty close in color in this design. All right, so we have some hearts, and we have our Enjoy the Journey, or we have Life is a Beautiful Ride. Which one do you like better? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm kind of thinking I like this Life is a Beautiful Ride, and then maybe I can get some hearts, some of these smaller hearts maybe coming out of my basket. What do you think? All right, I say let's give it a whirl. I'm not sure. This transfer has been used for a little bit, but you know what? Just to be on the safe side, never hurts to fuzz. And you can kind of see this has definitely been well loved. I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about it sticking to my surface or pulling it up. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And I think this time I'm going to use white. Let that pop really against the black. And it's got a nice surface area here, so a big squeegee I think will be perfect. And again, just pulling the chalk paste over the screened area. The green area is just the adhesive to make sure that it's not going to move around on you. So I don't need to chalk those areas. And getting all the excess off and trying the best not to have any lines because you will see those lines show up in your design and you don't want that. When you pull up your design, just pull it. Yeah, see this one? This is probably a transfer that has had a little too much use. It's probably just about the end of its time. We usually suggest that you use it about 8 to 10 times, and my guess is it's probably pretty close. And how do I know that? Well, one, the stickiness is starting to give way, and you can kind of see that it's got some yuckiness on the back. I like that technical term, the yuckiness. And if you look really closely, I don't know if you can see that here. There, maybe that's better. You can see that I got some smudges. So I can do one of two things. I can erase it, and we can try the enjoy the journey option instead. Or I can take a little Q-tip, because Q-tips are our friends when it comes to Chalk Couture. And I can just go over the areas that got a little schmooged. So the option really is yours. You can kind of decide if you're happy with it or not. I love the words, I love the font, but I think because it's so intricate, I don't think I'm going to be super happy with using a Q-tip this time. So I'm going to just erase it. So just like I mentioned before, one of the great things about Chalk Couture is that you can just take some water and a paper towel, or we have some fabulous board erasers. I am actually out of my board erasers, which is why I'm using a Mr. Clean eraser, but you can definitely just wipe it right away and start over. Don't you just love that? Who doesn't love to like fix their boo-boos with quick steps, right? Hey, Susan Tapley, nice to have you. I know Susan Tapley, I was just talking about Susan. She's the woman I met when I was hanging out with my friend Susan Stanky at a scrapbooking conference and met Susan Tapley for the first time. And she's the one that shared Chalk Couture with me. So grateful that she did. It has been an incredible journey. Last week, I had the pleasure of attending our leadership conference for Chalk Couture. And if you were listening at the very beginning, you might have heard me say, I really never expected to really run a business. I just kind of loved the products and signed up to be a designer so that I could purchase products and enjoy them for my own use at a discount. And so I enjoyed doing that very much, but then quickly found so did my friends, and they wanted to come and try it themselves, and I couldn't help but share my enthusiasm. There we go. There's the enjoy the journey, and that's a little bit better as well. Now I see a little smudge here and there, and again, this is just because it's been a transfer that has been used quite a bit, and it's got only a little life left in it. So I definitely plan to be ordering another one for myself when they come out tomorrow. So if you have any interest in learning more about our products, or you want to get some info about becoming a designer, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to share with you what I know and have learned, and definitely share my mistakes along the way too, because of course there's been a few of those. Now, before we wrap up, there's also some fun other little pieces that we might want to add. I'll show you what they are to this bike. You can spiff up our bike handles. And I closed my white, but I think I'm going to reopen. And we talked about maybe putting a few cute hearts around. And I love this multi-tool for some of this detail type work. It makes it really easy to spread and get into those little nooks and cranny areas. So this is something you can also purchase and order from my website. Ah, so that's cute. Gives it a little bit of an extra dimension, don't you think? Yeah, Susan is right. It is totally so much fun, and we would love to have you join us. Such a great team, really supportive of each other. If you think you're not creative enough, let me tell you, I would have said the same thing about myself. But designers, our fellow designer community is so willing and happy to share their ideas and how-tos with you. And if you are interested in being part of my team, I would do my very best to provide you with any information you needed to really grow your business and love it. So definitely exciting opportunity and a great time to be thinking about it because, it's winter and it's aki out and people are looking for something fun to do. So if you're looking for something fun to do or help other people find some fun things to occupy their time, then maybe this could be it. So here, let's just give this a quick little check to make sure things are dry. All right, and if you want to see all of the transfers that are being released tomorrow morning, you can see pictures of them and ordering info in my VIP group. So if you're not a member of my VIP group, just go ahead and comment in VIP. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, I promise I'll come back and check your comments and make sure I add you. So feel free to do that. My VIP group is where I give you announcements ahead of time about things that are coming out. It's also where I promote some specials that I run occasionally. As I mentioned, my first year anniversary is coming up and I expect to have some fun anniversary specials to share with you. So if you're interested, definitely check out my VIP group. I also have lots of project ideas that I've created using our products that I share there. So lots of good stuff you can learn and see. All right, just fixing some of those little spots that bled beyond my transfer. And again, that was really because this transfer is pretty close to the end of its life. But as you can see, because our chalk paste is water soluble, we can just clean that right up. And I'll just give this a little bit more of a touch up. Fingers work too, so don't be shy about using your fingers. And I think I'm just going to take this. Now this is a little bit of a newer transfer. I definitely want to fuzz it before I put it down. I don't want to pull up any of my other paste. This does, by the way, have a little cute basket we can put in the back too. But I think for now, we're just going to keep it simple and put in a few hearts, maybe flying right here. And what do you think? Some of this cute cherry blossom might be nice. So it's kind of cool. You can mix and match our transfers, and you can also just use parts of transfers. You don't have to use the whole thing if you don't want. How easy and fun is that, right? You know what would be really kind of cute too? How about we erase, we gotta put this off to the side here. How about we erase the eye on the enjoy the journey and put a little heart there instead? Wouldn't it be cute? I think that would. I'm gonna just erase those. My Q-tip is wet. A little paper towel will do the trick too. All right, so I'm going to add that, I think, just to give it a little bit of extra dimension, and I think we need it in a nice pop color, so I'm going to go ahead and do it in the current jam. And there's a cute little heart that I saw here that I think would be really cute for that. So let's put it on. All right, enjoy. There, look at that cute little heart. Don't you think it's going to be cute for that top? Yep. Need to wash off my little... There we go. Little dab will do ya. Don't need a lot. Look at that, isn't that cute? And then we'll put it right over. Let's see if I can line it up. It's pretty dark. Ha! Cute, cute, cute. What do you think? You probably can't see it super close. I'll try to lift it up so you can get a good sense. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So I could go heart crazy, I'm sure, and add a whole bunch more. But I think that this should do it. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we have enough here. But these, by the way, these cute little hearts were actually part of our spring add-on for our vintage truck. If you have a vintage truck or are interested in checking one out, please visit my website. You'll be able to see or my Facebook page. You'll see lots of different projects that I've done with the vintage truck. But that spring add-on just got back in, and it has Easter, St. Patty's Day, and Valentine's Day items that you can decorate your truck with. So it's really cute. So if you're interested in that, you can pick it up as well. So I hope you had fun. Susan, it was great to have you, Susan 1 and Susan 2. And it is a lovely Sunday. I hope that, again, everyone is safe and happy where you are. I look forward to seeing you on my next live. Until then, be sure to subscribe so that you get notification when I am going live. And be sure to say hi and comment, even if you are watching this on the replay. I always love to hear from you that are watching, to let you tell me what you think of my project. So until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye.